right, this is Wonders Grade 2, Unit 3, Week 2. These words have the sound I, the long sound I. When we go to spell these words, we have to ask ourselves, where is that sound? Where do you hear the I sound in the word? And the question is, do you hear it at the end of the word, or do you hear it not at the end of the word? So that's the first thing we have to look at. And then if it's at the end of a word or not at the end of the word, at the end of the word, we have to ask how many sounds are in the word, 2 sounds or 3 sounds. And then if it's not at the end of the word, like if I had the word bike, do you hear the I sound, but it's not at the end? The most common way to spell the I sound when it's not at the end of the word, when it's in the middle of a syllable, is with a silent E. But guess what? We don't have any words with that on our list this week. So we're going to just cross this one out. And then we have none of the words use the silent E. So if it's not at the end of the word, if it's in the middle of a syllable, we have to ask, is it in front of a T or all others? Let's get through the words and we'll see what's happening with these. We'll see how that works. The first word is light. Light. What are the sounds you hear in light? L, I, T. Light. Okay. Did you hear the I sound? Was it at the end of a word? Let's look at it. Light. Here we go. Was it at the end of the word? No, it was not at the end, but was it in front of a T? Light. Yes, it was in front of the T. It is. So we're going to use the IGH. Let's look at that here and spell that. Ready? This sounds L, I, using the IGH. Light. Okay. Light, using the IGH. Okay, next word, sight. Say the sounds. Sight. Oh, hey, was that just like light? Sight, it's not at the end of the word, but it is in front of a T. So let's spell it. I, when you're going to use the IGH to spell the I sound in front of a T. Sounds again, sight. And we use the IGH to spell I in front of a T. Next word, mind. What are the sounds you hear in mind? Mind. Mind. It's not at the end of the word. Let's check our rule card again. Not at the end of the word. We're not using any with the silent E. It's not in front of the T. What are we going to use? That's right. We're going to use just the I. Okay. Let's go ahead and write that word. Ooh, that's not very pretty. Up to the midline. I, mind. Okay. Sounds mind. Now we have a reading rule that says that the I and the O can't say they're long sounds, the I and O, if they're in front of 2 consonants. And do you see that there's 2 consonants here? So the I, if you're reading this word, you come to a word and you see the I in front of 2 consonants, try the I sound. We don't say mind, we say mind, okay? Next word, cry. What are the sounds you hear in cry? I. Oh, this one, the I is at the end of the word. Let's look at our visual on that. If it is at the end of the word, is it a 2-sound word or a 3-sound word? Let's say it again. I. That's a 3-sound word. What are we going to do? Use the use the Y to spell the I sound. Let's write that. I, using the Y. Cry. There we have it. Next word, tie. I will tie my shoelace. I. Ooh, it's at the end of the word, but it's only two sounds. Let's look at our word again. At the end of the word, two sounds, we're going to use the IE. And I will tell you when to use this one. We're not using that one yet. So we're going to use the IE in a two-sound word. So let's see if we can remember that. A three-sound word like cry, we use the Y. A two-sound word, we usually use the IE. So our word was t. I only has two sounds. We'll use the IE to spell I. T, I. There we have it. Now here's a tricky word. The word is high. Let's say it. I. It's only two sounds, but this is the odd case, and I'm going to help you. I'll help you remember that in a bit. We have a two-sound word, and we use the IGH, this one over here. Do you see that? We're using the IGH, this one here. Just this one word. We don't generally use it, but in this word, we're going to use the IGH to spell I. I. We use the IGH to spell the I sound. This is not the word hi that I say when I mean hello. That actually came about as an abbreviation. This is the word high, like the mountains go way up high, or the fireworks are up high in the sky. The sounds are I, a two-sound word, but in this word, we're using the IGH to spell the I sound, okay? Next word, wild. What are the sounds you hear in wild? Wild. Ooh, I heard it. It's not at the end of the word. Do you remember the rule? Not at the end. It's not in front of the T, so I have to just use the I. Let's do that. Wild. Wild. And the I is saying I in front of two consonants. Wild. Got the I saying I in front of two consonants. Next word. The next word is dry. Let's say the sounds. I. Ooh, the I is at the end of a word, and I heard three sounds. Which word is that like? See one here? Here we go. Three sounds with Y, with the I sound at the end. I spell it with a Y. Let's do it. Dry. Now, if you're saying dry, there is no word with a J. We don't have any words with that. So let's not say dry with a J. It's actually a D. Dry. D. I, and we use the Y to spell the I sound. Okay. Dry. Using the Y to spell the I sound in a three-sound word. Let's try another one. Try. What sounds do you hear in try? And again, don't say try like you're trying to say a ch. We have no English words where we have the ch. If you hear yourself saying it, we have to think it's really a t. Okay? Let's say the sounds. Try. Try. And let's spell it. I. And what does that look like? Do you see? It's just like the cry and dry. It's at the end of a three-sound word. We use a Y. So again, the sounds are try, and we use a Y to spell the I sound. So I'm going to just write that down right over here. We have no j, nope, none. We have no ch, none. So if you're hearing those sounds, we have to think d, like dry, and t, like try and train and tree and truck. It's a tr, not a tr. Okay. Last word of this part, the sounds are lie, like do not tell a lie. I, two sounds, and the I's at the end. What does that look like? Ah, do you see it here? It's not this one anymore. It's a two sound word, this one. And we use the IE. Let's spell it. I, using the IE. It's a two sound word, and we're using the IE to spell the I. I. IE. Now let's look at our bonus words. Oh, here, I told you I was going to help you remember those words. So right here, when do we use the IGH? There, we use the IGH at the end of a word. There's just a couple of words and in front of a T. So if we say the sentence, the light is up high in the light up high is a sight. Say that again. The light up high is a sight. We'll remember to use the IGH to spell those words. The light, you hear the T, up high is a sight. So we usually use it in front of a T, like light, sight, might, right, fight. And then we also have it in this word high. So the light up high is a sight. We use the IGH. Okay. Let's look at our bonus words. The word is hey. The sound A. Spelling A. We use the AY to spell the A sound. That's the most common way to spell A at the end of a word. A. We have steak. Sounds are steak. And do you remember the sentence I showed you last week about don't eat me, I'm not great. Steak, my bones will break. Those are the words that use the EA to spell the A sound. So let's say this one, steak. A, and we use the EA to spell the A sound, steak. And I have to use a K here to spell the K sound. I only use the CK after a single short vowel. And this is not a single vowel, is it? And it's not a short vowel sound. So I have to use the K. St, ache, st, ache. Okay. And the word begin. We will begin. Begin, two syllables. Begin. Let's just go ahead. B, E, and I use the E at the end of that syllable. Begin. G, I, N, begin. The word those. Th, O's. Spelling, spelled with a TH. O, Z, spelled with a S, and F. S often spells the Z sound at the end of a word. And then I need an E to make the O say O. Ready? O's, with the E making the O say O. Next word, two syllables. Apart. Apart. Let's spell it The sound is I spell it with an A because A often spells the sound at the very beginning or very end of a word, like part and about and above and along, and even the word like I want a cookie, please. A often spells the sound at the very beginning or very end of a word. So part sounds p. R, AR says R, heart. There we have it, part. Okay, that's it for this week. We have the I words, and then we have our bonus words from the last couple of weeks. And we're going to remember to ask, is the I sound at the end of a word? Where is the I sound? Is it at the end or not at the end? If it's at the end of the word, a 2-sound word, we usually use the IE. A 3-sound word, like cry and try, we use the Y. If it's not at the end of the word, if it's in front of a T, we use the IGH, and all of the other words, we use the I. And then the IGH, let's remember the sentence, the light up high is a sight. And with the picture of the fireworks, that will help you remember it. The light up high is a sight, and those are all IGH words. Okay, good job.